Hey, sorry for that abrupt ending. It was that doorbell that I was talking about, and unfortunately, I think there's going to be another one before the night's over. So, my apologies. As these videos I do, I really don't edit them, and I think most of you by now know that. And this is, of course, a huge drawback to that is I have to, I do everything in one long recording, and if I get interrupted, I have to stop and start. So the good news of where we were at is we finally got the final piece to arrive, and I'm assuming that this is going to go away. The bad news is it took both of Bilbo's turns, so the only character who hasn't gone yet is Elena. So we'll try to get her into that water there, but I have a funny feeling that I'm going to need to have the person who actually has the trinket to go into the water, not Elena herself. So let's see what else happens here with this particular app. And I probably should have done this before I hit record again, but I think we have a camera issue. And let me just wipe the camera real quick. Hopefully that's a little bit more clear. Okay, so yes, it needs to be explored. The well remains remarkable enough to look at, but you feel certain it has served its purpose. So search token's gone, and we keep going. All right, so we do have the token here. So this is my dilemma of not having played this before. Do I keep exploring, outside of the lake, or do I explore in the lake? That's the question. Bilbo has an item, Legolas has an item, Elena does not. So do I go in towards this lake knowing I don't have an item? Maybe if I go into the lake, and of course knowing this game, it's going to probably spawn 300 creatures to attack us. So if I keep exploring elsewhere, maybe it'll lead me to more potential of these trinkets, but I'm truly at a loss on what's the right way to play this particular scenario. There's a whole bunch of areas we have not explored. So, I don't know, I'm like a moth to a flame. I need to go into this new area here. So I'm going to go 1, 2 with Elena, and we're going to go ahead and explore it and see what's up with the space. So, all right, explore, yes. Cave is filled with the gentle echoes of lapping water as an unseen creature drops into a shadowed pond. All right, so she gets the inspiration, and then there's a search token with a tarnished bronze shield, a glassy reflecting pool there, sorry, I'm wobbling way too much. You are dismayed to discover your enemies too are charging in. Of course they're charging in. So let me get these search tokens out. Bing and bing. And then there's going to be more stuff. Oh my gosh, 3 whites. Not just 1, not 2, but 3 whites are going to appear there. And then an orc marauder there. And our journey continues. Okay, so here's what stinks. Elena spent a whole turn just to move in here, and her move points are used up. So she would have to spend another move to go in with these bad guys, which would accomplish nothing. So there's a part of me that thinks she needs to do a Brave Sir Robin and run away. And then, of course, if she runs away, where do we go to? I don't have an answer to any of this. What else can she do? I mean, you can move, you can interact, and that's it. There's not even like a search token here. It does frustrate me because I'm going to basically be ending my turn and doing nothing with her. But that's what I think I have to do. I mean, I guess I could maybe... No. You know what I can do? Since she's in the dark, she's going to get a penalty probably during the threat phase. I mean, I could go 1, 2, and get out here. And then, you know, there's another entrance, right? Right here. I'm going to at least get her outside so she's not going to take the darkness penalty. Sure, let's do that. Unfortunately, it's the end of our turn. And let me see if I can bring this out here so I'm not moving the camera so much and being as wobbly. Yeah, the glare's pretty bad in a few spots. But so there you can see we're at 51 out of 90. We're going to blow past that 58 mark like nothing. And then, of course, there's 3 groups of enemies. I'm going to put this back and hit end turn because everybody's gone, right? Yes. So we're in the shadow phase. All right. This guy here wants to attack Bilbo. He gets to move 1 or the closest hero. So Bilbo's obviously way too far away. So we get to choose Aragorn or Gimli. Gimli still has a prepared card with an automatic success on top. So we'll have him attack Gimli. And Gimli is going to have to test his wit, and 4 damage is being done. And remember, because of his ringmail armor, he gets to draw 4 cards because his wit is automatically a 4 with the ringmail. Oh, there's an ice cream truck driving by outside, and my dog is just getting ready to go bonkers. All right, all right, here we go. 1 and 2, those were on top. We knew that. So he already has 2 successes out of the 4 that he needs. And then that one is not a success, and neither is that one. So we could spend 2 inspiration tokens to finish it off. However, he has clever wit. So he can use that to make a 3 success. And then, yeah, he'll spend 1. And so he took no damage. Now, Gimli's got this armored helmet. He's got like all this stuff that can help him mitigate damage. I mean, I know I don't have to keep spending inspiration tokens like this, but I'm sort of a fan of just not getting them in the first place, the damage, of course. Okay, so this one's done. And I'm going to hit OK. So now we have the whites. And the whites are supposed to have actually... They're an elite. They actually have this. And they want to move 1 space to attack Gimli. Okay? There is nobody for them to attack because Elena is 2 spaces away and so is Bilbo. All right, so I'm going to say no target. And so then they're going to move 2 spaces to the closest hero. And since I get to choose, I'm going to choose Elena because Elena doesn't have any of the trinkets. And it moves them away from the pool, right? So we're going to move 1, 2 into Elena's space. Okay. Now here's what's even cooler about that plan is, if you recall, we have this. When an enemy moves into your space, you may discard the skill to apply 4 hits and stun to that enemy. That's awesome. So we're going to do that. So unfortunately, I can't do it quite yet. But I will. And then this one wants to move 1 space to attack Elena. And there's no target because there's nobody within 1 space. So now he's going to move 2 spaces towards the closest hero. Now this one could be Bilbo, or it could be Legolas, or it could be Gimli. And so I'm going to move him towards Gimli because Gimli doesn't have a trinket. So we just basically cleared out the pool area, and that's done. Each hero in the darkness suffers 2 fear, and spirit negates. Now that's going to be Gimli, Aragorn, and Bilbo. So I'm going to start with Aragorn. His spirit is only 2, and there's 1, there's 2. Neither of those did anything. Otherwise, he's going to suffer 2 fear. I'm looking at his cloak. It doesn't help him. So I'm going to spend 1 to mitigate 1 of the fear. Okay, so we're going to get rid of 1, and then we'll have to draw 1 for Aragorn. So discard 1 inspiration and flip face down. Well, he would have lost an inspiration anyways, I guess. Okay, so then we're going to go to Gimli. Gimli only has this, and he gets to draw 4 cards. I have to shuffle his deck now. We've gone through his entire deck. So that means that dang weakness is going to show up again. Okay. So here's our situation. We have 1 success out of the 4. And he would take 1 fear damage. He can only handle 4. I'm going to go ahead and spend his other inspiration and cancel it. So he's going to take none. Okay, so now we got Bilbo left. And Bilbo's spirit is 3. All right, so there's 1 success, and since he's in the darkness, he gets to do another. So he succeeds at blocking it all. And that's it. Our threat goes up by 16, and we just blew past this 58. A patrol crests a ridge, spotting you. They charge, eager to relieve the boredom that has set in their search. So now, in the exact spot where Legolas is, 2 hunters arrived. So that stinks. And they have a banner, like so. And then a goblin scout, just one of them, is up here next to Elena. By the way, I still haven't had a chance to apply the 4 damage from Elena yet. They haven't let me. All right, I want to show you this. We're obviously going to do Scout 2, but look, 68 is the next big thing, and we're like at 67. So we're 1 away from the next blow up that's going to happen on us. And unfortunately, I think unless we can get to this pool of water and we have the right trinket, we're in trouble. Also, I'm curious how the game's going to know that we got the correct trinket. That troubles me a little. But yes, we got to do our Scout 2, and I'm going to go ahead and hit continue here because I want to apply the damage to those whites. And we get to apply 4 damage. And take a look at this. They have 3 armor, magic armor. So it did 1 whopping damage to them. Excuse me. So it wasn't very exciting. But it is what it is. Okay. So we got to do Scout 2. I always have shuffling to do with these guys. And here's what I'm going to do to speed it up a little. Aragorn's going to go first, and we're going to use that Scout 3 ability. So we're going to Scout 2, prepare, and then I'm going to discard whatever card I need to do to Scout 3. So we're going to get all of this out of the way in one shebang, character by character, instead of going around and doing them all for the rally phase and then doing them again for the beginning of the turn. Okay, so the only ones that are going to get Scout 3 here are Aragorn and Gimli. So we're going to draw 3, because this is Aragorn. And Aragorn is... Remember, he's still stuck. He can't put this on the top. And then the well-provisioned, it would be nice for him to prepare that. But to lead the charge... Ugh. Otherwise, he's putting lead the charge on the bottom. You know what? Because I have to discard a card, I'll take Well Provision because that'll be the card I'm going to discard. And then I'll just put this one over top. Undying Might would have been really nice, but that's going to the bottom. Okay, so then Well Provision is going to be discarded. So now we got, excuse me, 3 more. So we got, oh my gosh, do you remember what we were using to search that that garbage pile? Was it wisdom? Was it spirit maybe? Because we have wisdom and wit, and I'm trying to figure out, do we have any of those that can help us? And I don't know. So I would really love to put a success on top of the deck, and I can't. So I'm going to go ahead and equip this, or prepare that, and then these two will go on the bottom. I don't think either of those are it. Okay, moving on to Gimli now. I'm not sure that worked out well for Aragorn, because 2 of his successes are now at the bottom of the deck. Or one of them is, and then he had to prepare the other one. He doesn't have any enemies to fight, so that part's good. I'm a little concerned. All right, Gimli. Drawing 3. All right, we got Wit and Spirit. And Gimli's in the middle of a battle again. So I'm going to go ahead and take... I'll take the Wit one. And Usual Suspects after that. And then we're going to discard the Wit one. And draw 3 more. And as you know, the Usual Suspects is the top card here. So then the other 2 we get. And yeah, we're going to prepare the Kinship. And then do Usual Suspects again. This skill from the captain is very helpful. Obviously, you gotta get lucky enough to prepare it so you can have it. And he was able to do it, I think, at the start of this scenario. So we've been benefiting from that, this whole scenario. And it's been, to me, it makes a difference. The fact that Bilbo has that Embrace the Darkness, that one is making a difference. So I'm starting to see how some of these classes are actually, and once we get to the high level skills, they really are making a difference. Because a lot of these, when you prepare them, they stay there. They don't actually get discarded. And that's, in my opinion, very huge. Okay, Legolas's first thing is only 2 cards. And we got Might and Wit. I have no idea which one. I'll take the Might one. And then the Wit will go to the bottom of the deck. But then we have to discard one, and I might as well discard the Might. Spirit or Wisdom. I have all 3. I actually have Agility too. I'm going to go ahead and discard the Might one. So now I'll discard that, and then we'll draw 3 more. And look at this. We got 2 successes and Immortality. So we're going to prepare the Immortality and put the 2 successes on top. Okay, moving on. Bilbo is going to get to take 2, and then maybe draw 3 later. All right, 2 for Bilbo. Okay. Bilbo actually already has 4. I forgot to play this card last turn. This would have let him move 1. That would have changed everything. The way the AI moved, all that stuff. So I'm going to have to just discard it now because we're going to prepare one of these. And it doesn't matter. I'm going to prepare the Clever Wit one and put the other one on the bottom. And then we're going to get rid of Simple Desires. No, we're going to get rid of Self-Sufficient, the one that he started the game with, to draw 3 more. Self-Sufficient hasn't helped him. He's not by himself. All right, so we got the Windfoot with the Sprint 3. That actually is very helpful. So I'm going to prepare the wing foot and then put the usual suspects. Okay, now we're moving to Elena, who already had skills prepared. Okay, Elena's at 3 skills prepared. She does have room for 1 more. And so she's gonna get to draw 2 for her scout, and she's got a battle in her hand. So Endless Melody is actually a really nice one to get right now. So we'll go ahead and take that. But then which one is she? Yeah. She's gonna discard Wisdom and draw 3 more. And then that Might's gonna go on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need some successes. And so I do have a success. This Crescendo of Dawn. You and nearby heroes ignore darkness and add smite to each of your attacks. She's got 3 whites on top of her who has the magic armor. And you bypass magic armor if you have smite. So ding, 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 ding. We're actually going to prepare that one. And at the end of the shadow phase, discard this skill and gain 1 inspiration. So right now we have smite, and each nearby hero does. So if anybody helps attack those whites, so that is awesome. And everything else is going to go to the bottom of the deck. All right, it would have been nice to have a prepared or a success on top, but that's okay. All right, I feel like we're running out of time. The lake obviously is where I need to go. So if you guys are familiar with the song Roundabout from Yes, we're going in and around the lake. So I got that going through my head constantly in this mission. Okay, I think Aragorn needs to keep doing this. And remember, the whole reason we were able to draw 3 more cards is because he goes first, always. I need to keep doing this because I'm pretty convinced I'm going to get another one of those scepters. And then I got to go from here to the lake, which I don't think he's going to be able to do this turn. So there is that issue. But for now, it's what I got to do. Okay, so we're going to click on search there. And it's Spirit. See, I was right. It was neither of the other 2. Because we had Wit and Wisdom, I think. Okay, so Spirit is only a 2 check. Oh, this is awful. All right, so he's going to draw 2, and neither of them were successful. He has no inspiration tokens at all. This is awful. Yeah, he failed. So now we're going to try again. And we're going to have to draw 2 more. And this time it was a little bit better. So I'm going to punch those in. There we go. Threat decreases by 4. He gets the token and he has a scepter, but unfortunately his turn is over. He didn't even get to move. I was hoping to maybe go through here and get these 2 explored and then work my way around, but that's not going to be the case with him. Okay, so moving on, we have Gimli here, who I would love to have killed him, and then I would have loved to have killed these so Legolas can just move. But that's not working out the way we want. Bilbo is the only one who can go to the lake right now that has a scepter. So we're going to activate Bilbo then. So Bilbo's going to go, and I'm going to activate this wingfoot thing, because it says sprint 3. And yes, it's out of the game, but we're going to move to there. That way he has 2 full turns to do whatever it is we need to do here. So I'm going to click on it now. You are not sure what the pool will do to identify the silent scepter from rest, but you hope the truth will soon become apparent. You see in the pool the reflection of both yourself and the things that are not there with you. ghostly shapes moving in the cave, and even the occasional face. Perhaps the correct scepter will look different. A hero with a scepter may determine. So we're going to assess. You hold a scepter before you can even inspect its reflection. The cave is filled with the song. An ethereal voice echoes throughout the cave, striking. You've only heard from the mouths of the most skilled singers, and the wistful aria fills you with a new resolve. You do not yet know the purpose of the artifact you hold, but if Adarin requires it, you do not imagine it will serve the cause of good. Slipping out of Fornos, you keep the silent scepter. All right, awesome. You watch. Sorry, I gotta put this stable for you guys. You watch Adarin's frustrated orcs storm out of the city, some angry at the failure of their companions to find the artifact, some sheepish about the punishment they expect to receive for that failure. Escaping the area without being captured will prove difficult. The heroes win. You have recovered the Silent Scepter, mysterious relic that Adarin was seeking. Lore increases by 2, and each hero receives 4 experience. I have a feeling, I mean, we didn't have to do a test or anything, but I have a feeling that, you know, because we found 2 other scepters. I wonder if there's like just some random die roll that went in our favor there, and it could have been worse. But in our situation, folks, with Legolas being tied up and with Aragorn's turn already being over, this was an awesome outcome. It could have been much worse. Because if I would have had to bring both of those guys to that lake, as you can see, there's a lot of obstacles preventing us from doing it. And Legolas would not have been able to get there this turn unless he wanted to try to slip away, you know, and take a pot, you know, they get a free pot shot on him. So, very well done is all I have to say. And I'm still largely confused because there's so many unexplored areas here that we didn't even go to. So this game throws a lot of red herrings at you. And I'm sure there's opportunities to maybe get more lore or whatever. But it is a little frustrating that we're laying all these tiles out and I'm not even using them in the game. But I'm very satisfied with this particular outcome. And obviously I have some cleanup to do before we can start the next mission. But my big thing is I'm pretty sure our equipment's going to upgrade. So I'm a little giddy, so let's do this. So I want to make sure the camera, what's the best way to get rid of the glare? That glare, see, I have a beautiful outside. See that? Look how beautiful it is outside. I should not be playing board games. I should be outside. Let me lay it flat. How about this? Does that help in any way? A little. Okay, let's move forward. I just want to get to the campfire part. So the next adventure is going to be a journey map, which is similar to what we already did. And it's the dead city of Fornost Arain has not yet vanished behind you when you find your path blocked by a band of heavily armed orcs traversing the wilderness westward. Adjusting your course, you are soon met again by a patrol turning back. You find sentries from Adarin's army lying in wait in every direction. Your presence is not yet discovered, however, so preferring caution over an engagement with the growing horde, you slip out of sight into a cold gray cave and plan an escape from the midst of your enemy. So obviously we're going to be doing some caving soon. So I just want to get to the upgrades part. This part right here. Okay, so we got 7 experience across the board. Gimli's going to be able to take one of his nice big ones. So let me... Gimli can choose Defense Instruction. When a hero tests to negate damage or fear, they may spend 1 inspiration to convert 1 fate to 2 successes. That seemed very specific. I'm not a big fan of that. When you or a nearby hero performs a last stand, you may discard the skill to add 1 success to the test and Scout 2. Plus it has a Guard 3 and a Rest 2. I like that one a lot. And I also like the fact that it's a success. So we'll go ahead and add that. And that was called Final Defense. So Gimli's at 0 experience there. And then I could get a 7 experience one, but I'll look at that in between videos. What I'm excited about is right here. If you can see it, this yellow is glowing. Look at all these things that have upgraded. The only thing that didn't upgrade is the great bow and the battle axe, which I'm sad. The battle axe needed 33. we have 30, and the Great Bow needed 32, and we have 30. So we were very close to being able to upgrade those, and my doorbell's gonna ring. So we'll have to do this next video. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.